No species survives deletion. That was our oldest law. Stars die. Civilizations collapse. Memories fade. But deletion was absolute. Once the assembly declared a species removed, every legal trade lane, every communication node, every shared map, and every archive erased them forever. No one came back. Humans did. I still cannot explain it. My name is irrelevant. Among my people, names are exchanged only after successful reproduction. I never earned one. I served as an observation executor for the galactic consensus. My purpose was simple. Watch, measure, predict. Humans destroyed every prediction. The emergency vote began after the Soul Border incident. 37 fleets disappeared. No wreckage. No distress signals. Nothing. The assembly blamed humanity. Naturally, humans were always blamed. They expanded without permission. They settled dead worlds. They entered radiation zones for recreation. They smiled during disasters. Every species agreed those behaviors indicated neurological failure. I agreed more than anyone. Humans fascinated me because they followed a perfect pattern. Whenever danger appeared, they moved closer. That behavior repeated across every observation. Volcanoes erupted. Humans climbed them. Predators attacked. Humans chased them. Ancient ruins emitted lethal energy. Humans opened every sealed door. Their entire civilization appeared built around poor decisions. Our researchers concluded humans lacked survival instinct. That was mistake number one. The voting chamber floated above the capital moon of Velis Prime. Thousands of representatives. Millions watching live. Billions waiting for the verdict. Earth remained silent. No ambassador attended. Another strange human behavior. They ignored important meetings. We interpreted that as surrender. Mistake number two. The vote reached 99% before the speeches even ended. Exile. Complete. Permanent. No trade. No navigation rights. No diplomatic recognition. Every known gate would reject human vessels. Every archive would erase their location. Even mentioning Earth would become illegal. Simple. Efficient. Final. The Supreme Coordinator raised all 6 arms. The decision is unanimous. The chamber applauded. Then every alarm activated. Not gradually. Instantly. Every display turned black. Every navigation map vanished. Every stellar coordinate around Sol disappeared. I assumed human hackers had attacked the network. Primitive. Predictable. Wrong. A junior analyst screamed. Earth isn't responding. Another shouted. The system is empty. Impossible. Entire star systems cannot become empty. Stars are heavy. Planets leave gravity signatures. Moons disturb orbital paths. Physics does not permit disappearance. Yet every sensor showed nothing. Sol no longer existed. Not hidden. Gone. The applause stopped. Fear replaced celebration. Military officers demanded tactical scans. Scientific delegates requested recalibration. Religious representatives began praying. I trusted the instruments. Machines do not panic. Living minds do. Every telescope pointed toward Earth's recorded position. Darkness. Only darkness. No sun. No planets. No dust. Nothing. One elder quietly whispered the forbidden phrase. Reality fracture. The chamber fell silent. Reality fractures belonged only to ancient myths. The first builders supposedly created them. No evidence had ever existed. Until that moment. I reviewed older human transmissions. Thousands. Millions. I searched for hidden warnings. Instead, I found jokes. Recipes. Music. Pictures of animals wearing clothing. Human priorities remained incomprehensible. One recording repeated frequently. If we're not welcome. Laughter followed. We'll make our own neighborhood. Everyone laughed. I marked it as primitive humor. Mistake number 3. The military launched reconnaissance drones. None returned. Long-range probes vanished before reaching Sol's coordinates. No explosions. No debris. Simply missing. The consensus declared an interstellar emergency. Every fleet entered combat formation. Against what? Nobody knew. Fear always invents enemies. Then something impossible happened again. Human ships appeared. Not from hyperspace. Not from wormholes. Not through gates. They simply arrived. 3 civilian cargo vessels. Old. Scarred. Paint peeling from every hull. No escorts. No weapons powered. No defensive formation. They drifted calmly toward the largest military blockade ever assembled. I concluded they wished to surrender. That matched prey behavior. Mistake number 4. Admiral Keth transmitted official demands. Identify yourselves. Silence. Again, humans ignored important conversations. The blockade locked weapons. The cargo ships continued forward. Steady. Slow. Almost disrespectfully calm. One destroyer fired a warning pulse. The beam struck the lead vessel. Nothing happened. Not because of shields. There were none. The beam simply stopped. Like light had forgotten how to move. Our scientists immediately proposed exotic matter. Energy absorption. Dimensional lenses. Quantum mirrors. Every explanation contradicted another. Humans offered none. The cargo ships continued drifting. One finally opened communication. An elderly human appeared. Gray hair. Wrinkled skin. Soft eyes. No military uniform. He smiled. Humans always smiled at the wrong time. I think, he said gently, you folks finished voting. No threats. No anger. No demands. Just disappointment. The transmission ended. No negotiation followed. The ships turned away. The entire Grand Fleet hesitated. Nobody fired. Not because they feared 3 cargo vessels. Because something deeper had entered the room. Confusion. Predators understand prey. Prey understand predators. Humans behaved as neither. That frightened everyone. Our intelligence divisions searched abandoned human colonies. Empty. Every settlement evacuated. Every station stripped clean. Every orbital platform dismantled. Nothing valuable remained. Except messages. Thousands of identical recordings. Each ended with the same sentence. We already packed. Packed? Why prepare before the vote? Impossible. The result had not been announced. Unless. No. That theory violated causality. Humans could not know the future. They were reckless. Impulsive. Chaotic. Their entire history proved it. Yet every colony had departed before the assembly gathered. Every civilian. Every child. Every machine. Even their forests. Yes, their forests. Entire ecosystems had vanished with them. Who evacuates trees? Only humans. I decided this confirmed emotional instability. My superior agreed. Mistake number 5. Then we found Earth's orbit. Not Earth. Its orbit. Something remained. A single object. Tiny. Cold. Silent. Floating exactly where Earth should have been. No engines. No power. No identifiable materials. Just one impossible black sphere. The fleet surrounded it. No scans penetrated its surface. No gravity readings matched its size. It behaved like an object and a whole. At the same time, Admiral Keth ordered retrieval. Against every scientific recommendation, humans always approach danger. Now, so did we. I believed, with complete certainty, that humanity had finally run away. I would soon discover they had done something far worse. They had invited us to follow. The black sphere did not resist. That should have comforted us. Instead, it made every instinct inside my body tighten. Predators resist. Prey flee. Only traps wait. Admiral Keth ordered a gravity cradle around the object. 12 battleships locked onto it. The sphere refused to move. Not because it was heavy, because distance itself ignored our engines. The battleships accelerated. Fuel vanished. Reactors overheated. The sphere remained exactly where it had always been. One technician whispered that perhaps the ships were moving while the sphere stayed still. Another corrected him. No. His voice trembled. The universe is moving around it. I dismissed the statement as exhaustion. Mistake number 6. The research vessel Patient Logic volunteered for direct inspection. A fitting name. Its captain believed every mystery surrendered to mathematics. That belief lasted 17 minutes. The ship approached slowly. 10,000 kilometers. 5,000. 1,000. The cameras remained clear. No distortion. No radiation. Nothing unusual. Then the captain vanished. Not the ship, only the captain. One frame showed him speaking. The next showed an empty chair. No blood, no alarm, no broken equipment. Every crew member reacted differently. One screamed, one laughed, another calmly continued working, as if nothing had happened. When questioned, none of them remembered a captain had ever existed. His records disappeared while we watched. His voice vanished from archive transmissions. His face blurred inside stored images. Only I remembered him. I immediately concluded my memory was corrupted. Mistake number 7. The consensus sealed the entire sector. No civilian traffic. No research. No exploration. We declared soul infected. That word comforted everyone. Diseases obey rules. Quarantines work. This was not disease. 3 cycles later, another human ship appeared. A fishing vessel. Just one. No escorts. No weapons. No urgency. It crossed the quarantine line without slowing. Our cruisers surrounded it instantly. The captain answered immediately. A young woman. Smiling again. Always smiling. You really stayed. Those are her first words. Not fear. Not surrender. Curiosity. Admiral Keth demanded answers. Where is Earth? She blinked, asking the wrong question. Silence. My translator confirmed the sentence. Every species asks where. Humans often ask why. I never understood why. The Admiral repeated himself. She sighed. You voted to exile humanity. Correct. So we accepted. Accepted? Of course. Her smile became almost sympathetic. You can't exile someone who already left. The channel closed. Again, humans ended conversations before meaning arrived. It was their most frustrating pattern. Our fleet attempted to seize the vessel. Locking beams failed. Boarding shuttles failed. Targeting systems insisted the ship occupied 3 different positions simultaneously. Eventually, it sailed away. Not quickly. Patiently. As if our weapons were weather. Fear changed shape across the galaxy. At first, everyone feared human revenge. Then they feared human absence. Trade routes collapsed. Human mining stations had supplied impossible materials. Medical worlds suddenly lacked human volunteers. Border colonies missed human rescue ships. Pirates grew bolder. Entire sectors quietly admitted something embarrassing. Humanity had been solving problems nobody else wanted. No one thanked them until they were gone. The assembly denied responsibility. Politicians always do. Committees formed. Reports expanded. Nothing changed. Meanwhile, strange stories spread. A merchant claimed he bought fresh fruit from Earth. Impossible. A scout reported seeing Earth's moon beside a different star. Ridiculous. A child described watching human cities inside a dream. Nonsense. I rejected every report. Then I found a pattern. Every witness had nearly died beforehand. Crushed ships. Exploding stations. Atmospheric failures. They survived. Every one of them. And each claimed humans appeared briefly. Helping. Repairing. Leaving. Never asking payment. Never staying. Ghosts cannot rescue people. I believed stress produced shared hallucinations. Mistake number 8. My investigation consumed everything. Sleep became inefficient. Food unnecessary. I replayed human recordings endlessly. Not military broadcasts. Ordinary moments. Families eating. Workers laughing. Children building impossible machines from discarded parts. One recording finally disturbed me. A father spoke to a small child. If they tell you there's no road. The child answered before he finished. We build one. No. The father smiled. We leave the map. Everyone laughed. I did not. For the first time, I wondered if humanity had always been preparing to disappear. Not hiding. Leaving. There's a difference. The oldest archives contained forgotten warnings. Thousands of cycles old. Long before humans discovered faster-than-light travel. Ancient civilizations mentioned travelers. Not conquerors. Not traders. Travelers. They appeared after disasters. They vanished before celebrations. Different descriptions. Same behavior. Impossible. Human civilization was far too young. Unless. No. Again impossible. I hated impossible. It kept surviving. The breakthrough arrived from an accident. A maintenance drone drifted too close to the black sphere. Its camera continued transmitting. Every scientist watched. Instead of touching the sphere, the drone passed through it, like falling into perfectly still water. The signal continued. Stars appeared. Not our stars. The constellations were wrong. Entire galaxies occupied unfamiliar positions. Then, Earth, blue, alive. The drone had crossed somewhere. Not somewhere far. Somewhere else. Cities shined across continents. Clouds rolled over oceans. Everything looked peaceful. No panic. No war. No evacuation. As though exile had never happened. The transmission lasted 6 seconds. Then a human child noticed the drone. She waved, smiled, and the signal ended. No interference. No explosion. Simply ended. Every scientist erupted into arguments. Parallel universes. Pocket dimensions. Artificial realities. Simulation layers. None fit the evidence. I noticed something everyone else ignored. The child was not surprised. She had expected visitors. My heartbeat accelerated. Humans had not escaped in panic. They had moved house. The realization spread slowly. Too slowly. Military command reached the obvious conclusion. If they can leave reality, they can invade reality. Fear transformed into preparation. Factories produced weapons. Fleets multiplied. Defenses expanded around every populated system. Against an enemy that had shown no aggression. Again, we misunderstood the pattern. Then the sphere changed. Not visibly. Behaviorally. It began pulling. Not ships. Signals. Every communication across the galaxy bent toward Sol. Fragments vanished. Navigation flickered. History files corrupted. The galaxy itself seemed to be forgetting how to describe space. Panic exploded. Entire governments demanded immediate destruction of the sphere. Admiral Keth agreed. Every fleet gathered. Every superweapon charged. I watched thousands of cannons aim at the smallest object ever feared. For the first time in my life, I hoped the humans would come back, because I had finally understood one terrifying truth. The sphere was never meant to keep humanity out. It was trying to keep something else in. The galaxy voted to erase humanity. Humanity never argued. Humanity never begged. They simply stepped beyond reality and stood between the universe and the thing that had been waiting outside it since the first stars were born. We thought they abandoned us. We were wrong. They were protecting us. The species we called reckless had quietly become the wall between existence and extinction. I once watched a human survive being erased from existence. Now I understand the truth. You cannot erase the species that keeps reality alive. If this story made you rethink humanity's place in the galaxy, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more epic HFY sci-fi stories, and tell us in the comments. Would you have voted to exile humanity?